Are you looking for the best gaming monitors? In this video we will look at some of the 6 best gaming monitors on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Dell Alienware AW3225QF. The best monitor we've tested for gaming is the Dell Alienware AW3225QF. It's a premium monitor that's the first 4K 240Hz QD OLED display available in North America, which you can buy directly through Dell's website. It's better than most other monitors regarding picture quality and gaming performance. Its high 240Hz refresh rate is ideal for competitive gamers who prefer a smooth gaming feel, and motion looks extremely clear thanks to its near-instantaneous response time. This means there's almost no blur behind fast-moving objects. On top of that, it supports all common variable refresh rate (VRR) formats to reduce screen tearing. Besides its outstanding gaming performance, its QD OLED panel delivers perfect blacks in dark rooms without any blooming around bright objects. It also gets bright enough for small highlights to pop and colors to look vivid. Thanks to its 4K resolution, images also look sharp and realistic, and it even has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth to take full advantage of modern graphics cards and gaming consoles, so it's ideal for both PC and console gamers. If you can't find this monitor in your country or region, you may have to wait for other 4K 240Hz QD OLEDs to come out in 2024, like those from Asus or Samsung. You can also look into the Dell Alienware AW3423DW, which is an ultrawide QD OLED that delivers the same high-end picture quality. However, it has a lower refresh rate and resolution than the AW3225QF. Number 2. Asus ROG Swift OLED PG27 AQDM. If you find the Dell Alienware AW3225QF out of your price range or you can't find it available, it's worth looking into the Asus ROG Swift OLED PG27 AQDM. It's slightly cheaper than the Dell and has a smaller screen, but the biggest difference is that it uses a different type of OLED panel, which doesn't display the same vivid and bright colors. However, it still shows deep blacks without any blooming. It also has a lower 1440p resolution, so images aren't as sharp, but because it has the same high 240Hz refresh rate, it's less demanding on your graphics card to maintain high frame rate signals. It has a near-instantaneous response time that results in outstanding motion handling, no matter the refresh rate you're gaming at. It also has FreeSync VRR support with GSYNC compatibility to reduce screen tearing. Lastly, it has low input lag for a responsive feel, but you must update it to the latest firmware for the lowest input lag. If that's a concern for you, and you want something with fewer bugs out of the box, the LG 27GR95QE-B is another great option with the same panel, but it doesn't get as bright, so the Asus still offers the best performance. Number 3. Gigabyte M27U. While the Dell Alienware AW3225QF and the Asus ROG Swift OLED PG27 AQDM are excellent high-end gaming monitors, if you find them too expensive, you can consider a mid-range option like the Gigabyte M27U. It has an LED backlit LCD panel instead of an OLED panel, so it doesn't have the same premium picture quality with perfect blacks like the Dell and the Asus. That said, this is what you have to expect for a mid-range monitor, as OLEDs are expensive, and at least it has a higher 4K resolution than the Asus, delivering sharper images. The Gigabyte features HDMI 2.1 bandwidth that's ideal for console gaming, as you can take full advantage of the PS5 and Xbox Series XS. On top of that, it's versatile for PC gaming, thanks to its 160Hz max refresh rate, VRR support, and fast response time across its entire refresh rate range. It does have limited picture quality, especially in dark rooms due to its low contrast, so if that's important for you, also check out the Iniken 27M2V. It has better picture quality thanks to its mini LED backlighting, but it can sometimes be harder to find. Number 4. LG 27GP850B/27GP83BB. If you don't need a high-resolution monitor and prefer looking for something in the lower mid-range price category, check out the LG 27GP850B. You can also find it available as the 27GP83BB at different retailers, and both variants are excellent for gaming. It has a lower 1440p resolution than the Gigabyte M27U, so images aren't as sharp and detailed. However, it has a slightly higher refresh rate, as each variant has a native 165Hz refresh rate, with the 27GP850B having an overclock feature to boost it up to 180Hz. If you want an even higher 240Hz refresh rate, consider the LG 27GR83QB, but only when it goes on sale, as it usually costs more. The 27GP850B has a fantastic response time at any refresh rate and a backlight strobing feature to reduce persistence blur. However, it only works within a narrow range and not at the same time as VRR, and the 27GP83B variant doesn't have the same feature. Luckily, both variants have FreeSync VRR support and GSYNC compatibility to reduce screen tearing, and they have some extra perks to give you a competitive advantage, like a black stabilizer and virtual crosshairs. Number 5. ViewSonic XG2431. There are plenty of options available if you want something on a budget. You'll have to sacrifice a few features, but you can still get a monitor with impressive gaming performance, like the ViewSonic XG2431. It has a lower resolution than the LG 27GP850B/27GP83BB and a smaller screen, so it doesn't deliver the same immersive gaming experience with detailed images. That said, if you want a higher resolution, there are still some 1440p options you can look into, like the Dell G2724D, but these have lower refresh rates. What makes the ViewSonic great for gaming is that it has a high 240Hz refresh rate, which is ideal for competitive PC gaming. This helps provide an extremely fast response time for smooth motion, and it also has an optional backlight strobing feature. This improves the appearance of motion by reducing persistence blur. Unlike many monitors, you can customize its flicker, which is a nice addition to a budget monitor, but like many monitors, it doesn't work at the same time as VRR. Speaking of which, it has FreeSync and is GSYNC compatible, so it works with almost any source. Number 6. Gigabyte GS27QC. If you want a simple and cheap gaming monitor, there are plenty of options you can get from different retailers that are available at a low cost, but most have limited gaming performance. If you want a low-cost monitor with great gaming performance, check out the Gigabyte GS27QC. It's different from the ViewSonic XG2431 because it has a lower 170Hz refresh rate and worse motion handling, so it isn't as ideal for competitive gaming. However, its motion handling is still good enough for most casual gamers. It has a higher 1440p resolution than the ViewSonic and a bigger screen, resulting in a more immersive gaming experience. It also has FreeSync VRR and GSYNC compatibility to reduce screen tearing. It has a curved screen, which helps bring the edges closer to you when you're sitting right in front, but because it has narrow viewing angles and terrible ergonomics, it's hard to share your screen with someone next to you for co-op gaming.